How's everybody doing? Tinkering with Harleys. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed. This is great watching the numbers grow. If you're watching these videos and you enjoy them, by all means, please subscribe. I want to thank you for all the comments that have come in, which I just love reading the comments. I love answering the questions. And I like when I can help somebody. So keep the comments coming. And like I said, if you're watching these and you like them, please subscribe. Which at this time is going to bring me back to the last video I did. Now, if you recall the last video I did on Pawl shifters and shift drums. And what I failed to do was mention the year of the transmissions that these came out of. Now, the one I was working on was a 2003. Now, one of my longtime viewers, in fact, he's one of the first guys that ever subscribed to my channel, sent me a reminder that the Pawl shifters and the shift drums were different on the older bikes. So that was my mistake. I don't do anything that's scripted. This is all off the top of my head. And as I'm working on something, if I don't mention the year, it could throw somebody off if they took their transmission apart and said, hey, this isn't what this guy showed me. So the one that I showed you was from 2000 to 2005. From 84 to 1999, Harley Davidson used a different Pawl shifter and a different shift drum, which looks similar to what I showed you, but they are different. And the shift drum they used on the older 5-speeds, the pins on the drum were far heavier than the ones I showed you on the 2000 to the 2005. And where I showed you the Baker Pawl shifter and the Harley Pawl shifter, on the older 5-speeds, the 84s to 99s, you can use the Baker Pawl shifter without buying the drum. So I want to thank the viewer who sent me that reminder. It was like, you big dummy, you forgot to say what year you were working on. So, and like I said, these are unscripted, so I go off the top of my head. So if I do something like that, I apologize because I can't remember everything. And this is one of the reasons why I stress getting a service manual for your bike. There's no substitute for it because year to year Harley Davidson changes things on these bikes. And when they do, what applies to one year does not necessarily apply to the next. So if you have a service manual for your bike, it alleviates that problem. So with that all aside, thank you again for that reminder. I definitely appreciate it, and I apologize if it confused anybody. So, and we'll try not to make that mistake again. We're going to try to remember to use the year specific that I'm working on. So now, moving on. If you've been following this channel, you know I don't have a shop, and I work out of my garage, and I just work for friends and family. And when everybody's bike is running great, I don't have anything to do, nothing to work on. Now, I have had some stuff to do. I have changed compensators and things like that, but these are all things that I've shown you on previous videos. So I'm not going to show you taking the primary case off and the clutch and the compensator, because I've already shown it, so I don't see any point in doing it again. So one of the things I've gotten a lot of questions on has been transmissions. So what I did was I went out in my part shed and I've got a couple of old 5-speeds out there, and I took pieces and parts from different 5-speeds. Now this 5-speed that I put together, this is all between 2000 and 2005. This is a couple of transmissions put together. And we're going to try to answer some of the questions that have been sent to me on how to do different things. Now, if you bear with me for a minute, because I'm going to show you the transmission that we pieced together. Let me get some light on this so you can see it a little better. Now, this is a case that I had, and a gear set and shift drum, Pawl shifters, and all that stuff. And this is 2-3 different transmissions that I put together. Now, if you look, yeah, I've got the main bearing in, but no seals. I didn't put the countershaft bearing in because there's no point, because I'm going to use this transmission strictly for demonstration purposes. And there's the back end of it, which probably all of you have seen. So the next few videos we're going to do is going to be strictly on transmissions. So that's basically what we're going to do. We took a couple of different transmissions and we made one, and we're going to use it strictly for demonstration. And maybe at the end of it, I think I'm probably going to rebuild the whole thing so we can do that together. But like I said, I've gotten a lot of transmission questions on how to do things, and I wanted to make sure that I answer these questions. So basically that's going to do it for today. This has just been a quick video. And the next one, we're going to start taking these things apart on it and showing you how to do it. So until the next time, thanks for watching, and everybody be safe out there.